When I was first diagnosed with ovarian cancer, I was in shock, I was scared, I felt alone. Even though I was surrounded by wonderful people in my life, it's a really hard thing to go through, and you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know how long it's going to last. There's a lot of decisions that have to be made in a fairly quick timeline. You're dealing with cancer, you're dealing with treatment, you're dealing with fertility issues, you're dealing with body issues, you're dealing with all of these things that are coming at you. And having an organization like the Ovarian Cancer Alliance just helps to not feel so lonely. Remind yourself that other women are going through something similar. And I felt it was important to reach out to people who have similar stories, because friends and family are wonderful, but unfortunately they don't know exactly what you're going through. I reached out to OvCa because I felt like I had just been through this traumatic phase in my life, and now that I'm getting better, what can I do to not ignore what I just went through? I want to move past it, but also, like, how can I turn this into a positive and help others? That's when I went to OvCa and saw that they had a survivor to student teaching program. It's where ovarian cancer survivors get to go into classrooms for medical students and tell their stories and relate their stories to, the medical side. So you're talking about your symptoms and you're talking about side effects, but more importantly, I think you're giving an emotional side to cancer and showing these medical students that there's more than just symptoms and side effects. There's a person behind it. So telling those stories, I think, is really important to those students. So I think it's beneficial for both survivors and students in this program. Every time I get to tell my story, it gives a little less power to that cancer that took over my life for so long. In one of the books that I read, it talked about movement and exercise during chemo to help you through that process, and I took that fairly literally. So during chemo treatments, I actually ended up dancing and just trying to have fun with it, as much fun as you can while you have tubes coming out of your arm. I think now, volunteering with Ovarian Cancer Alliance, I want to help people find their own dance party, and I want to help people see the light or see the positive if they can. So the volunteering that I'm doing is just one way of fighting back against cancer. Hopefully my story and other stories that these medical students hear will bring more awareness to them about ovarian cancer so that they can detect it earlier and create more cancer survivors.